on record where R.B. Bennett is asking whether Athol Murray would write political speeches for him. He was so good at it. Athol Murray, and this is, of course, his old buffalo coat. He used to wear this buffalo coat, and with that Air Force cap, and this is how he kept warm in the winter. He was an RCMP coat, and he used to, of course, wear these velour shirts. It was his trademark, these shirts. You know, generally a priest has a collar and a black suit, but he says out here in the prairie, we have to get along with these velour shirts because this is how you survive. There he is with his velour shirt on, and that's the shirt that kind of captures the ruggedness of the man who came from Toronto, came from an established family, came out here with a cane and spats, and very shortly gave them up for this plaid shirt and a rugged lifestyle.
When you think about the Depression and all the kids that he helped over the years, this one humble little building, it's extraordinary. With our students and a carpenter, they built this addition on to Lane Hall around 1955. So this was an add-on. Now in this collection here, I have about 15,000 volumes in total. Here's a picture of a pair back in 1938, in the early 40s. In those early days, around 1910, this would have been the old manager's living quarters here. And then, of course, after Pear got the building in the early 30s, these were classrooms. This room here is, I got a lot of Canadian history here. Got a lot of good stuff. I got a lot of stuff that's out of print here, Canadian history. We got a great view of the prairies from here. Like, this is just an extraordinary view. Those hills in the background are 30 miles from here, and to the west is Avonlea, of course. And this room is where Perry used to teach. Now, unfortunately, things are messy in here right now, but if you take a look at this book here, which is called Canada, This Land, These People, by Reader's Digest, there's a picture here of Pear sitting right here at the end of the table here. And I'm actually in this picture right here. I'm sitting right next to him up the front. This was the graduating class. In my year, we only had about 12 people in the graduating class.
Now here we are in the Notre Dame archives with archivist Terry McGarry, and we're going to look at a little bit of Athol Murray's background through the many things he left behind. And one of the first things he left behind, Terry, are the Parthenon friezes, which he got from an old Boston bank, I believe, years ago, that was on sale. He scrounged $10,000 to get them, and it really gives the key to Athol Murray's educational philosophy, that the individual had to take the initiative to make something of his life. And so as we move around here, we first of all see these Parthenon friezes, which is pointing towards greatness. And then as we look on the wall over here, he brings it right up to the modern day. And there, of course, are great people. That's Grand Maison, a self-portrait of Grand Maison. And here we have Ron Lancaster. Here we have Charles McCusker. He was a great military leader, fought in both world wars. Lancaster needs no introduction in Saskatchewan. Here we have John Fitzgibbons and Max Bell. These are all interesting and great people who achieved, who took the initiative to achieve. And as we move around this archives, of course, he even has Tommy Douglas. You know, he said Tommy Douglas was a man who took the initiative and changed the face of Canada. And so he was someone recognized, even though he was a die-hard conservative. Tommy Douglas should be recognized for the achievement he accomplished.
One tremendous donation from Rex Beach, who originally came in 1936 and spent some time here. Over the years, Rex Beach would send different donations of different sizes to Father Murray. And when Rex Beach died in 1949, that's when he left Father Murray and Notre Dame College 1/3 of his estate, which amounted to $100,000, which was a lot of money in that time. And that money became the seed money, really, for the transition from wooden shacks and wooden buildings, as they were then, to the brick and mortar which assured the future of Notre Dame for today.
Mediocrity cannot exist where the mind and heart insist on excellence. This is hardly a hockey school, although hockey is an area where youth can understand what it means and the discipline it requires to press for excellence, but there's so much more to it than a game.
Thank you for joining us as we've watched another episode of Yes, Gargoyles Do Live in Saskatchewan. My name is Audrey Price and I'm the Provincial Coordinator for the Architectural Heritage Society of Saskatchewan. I want to tell you a few things about us, about what we do to help keep our built heritage for our future generations. We're a non-profit society supported by SaskCulture and Saskatchewan Lotteries, whose main focus is to be the catalyst for education and preservation of Saskatchewan's built heritage. We do this by offering membership in the Society to individuals and various organizations across Saskatchewan. We publish the Heritage Quarterly magazine, which highlights stories about Saskatchewan people and their efforts to preserve our built heritage. Members are encouraged to contribute articles and receive the publication as a benefit of their membership. We provide financial incentives to members through grants for the express purpose of keeping our built heritage for future generations. This series is also a part of that process of sharing with Saskatchewan people all the wonderful stories and the places those stories happened in.
Thanks for watching another episode of Yes, Gargoyles Do Live in Saskatchewan.